farmers?
There is no subsidy from anybody else. It's purely on the farmer's own resources. The only subsidy is for diesel, which is the off-road tax. Because we use our diesel off-road, we get 42 cents a litre. We still pay the standard price, but that's the only subsidy we get from any government.
Okay.
So it's purely on your own resources.
Okay.
Wool and meat.
Yeah, wool and meat. Yeah, we have processors for the meat for human consumption in Narrikup and Bunbury, and also sheep are sold to other sheep farmers.
For restocking.
Yep. What else?
So the meat is sold. You can.
well.
There's a number of ways. You know, you can sell it direct to the abattoir, which is what Sando does, or you can have stock agents come to the farm and offer you an on-farm price, or there's a couple of other ways. But that's selling meat. Wool, on the other hand, how do you sell your wool, mate?
To Fremantle, cart it to Fremantle, and then it goes up for auction for anyone around the world that wants it, that wants to
wool
come and bid on
auctions.
it.
We deliver it to a central site in the town or a siding.
When you say town, you mean Corrigan?
Corrigan, yep. And then we go online and we can choose who to sell it to, because there's bidders purchasing, and we can make up our own mind what price and who we sell it to. Sell everything we produce. No, there is no guaranteed market,
And there's no guaranteed price.
no guaranteed price.
So it's subject to the free market. Whatever is obtaining, you can get it high, you can get it low.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Well, the people that we sell it to are generally bulk handlers. They handle millions of tonnes. What we preserve on our farm is only for sheep feed
Okay.
or for seed for the next season.
Okay.
So we have only 100 or 200 tonne of silo capacity, whereas the bulk handlers have millions of tonnes capacity. And once we sell it, they move it to port, or they deal with it.
Okay.
That's a private enterprise. It's actually, most of it is cooperative bulk handling in West Australia,
Okay.
CBH, and they are grain handlers,
Okay.
taking it from the country to the harbour, to the port, and loading it onto a ship and selling it internationally.
Right. We're actually got lambs going tomorrow, so professional carriers can take them from our farm to the abattoir in Bunbury, and obviously slaughtered there, and I'd say they're distributed from there to wherever their markets are in Perth or export as a frozen carcass.
We sell to the abattoir, and then it's up to the abattoir to on-market that.
Yeah, that's their job from there on.
Okay.
Well, most towns have a dealership, what we refer to as red dealership, which is Case International, or a green dealership, which is John Deere, or a yellow or a blue, which is New Holland Case, or a Case International again or something. So each town generally has its own dealership, and we go and see the dealer principal to buy a new machine, and generally we have to order it 12 months in advance. Second-hand equipment is different. That's a different market altogether. But generally we just go and see our dealer.
Okay.
It's up to the farmer to arrange his own finances.
Oh, okay.
So he can either go to a bank. Often Rabobank is a rural bank based in Holland, but very active in this area.
Yep.
And you will arrange to have a loan with the manager, or you can finance through the dealership, just like a car, but of course pay higher. Yes, they do,
Okay.
and so does the bank.
Okay.
And probably most new equipment is financed that way, so paid off over 3 or 5 years or something.
It's mainly what the farmer is prepared to pay, and at the moment that's fairly high because labour's a bit scarce. So sourcing labour is difficult. So yeah, often the wages this year are a bit higher than normal.
Okay.
But they're not unionised, or it's just we go and find often backpackers, or we advertise on various online for farm workers who want to come and drive the harvester or drive the seeding tractor, and it's only for a couple of months, so it's part-time work. Some farmers have full-time employees, but most just have seasonal. No, completely different.
Okay.
Their water allocation comes from the Murray River,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we don't have a Murray River here. We don't have any irrigation in the wheat belt. There is in the market garden area and down in the very southwest corner of WA, but there's no irrigation in the wheat belt out in this area. This is dry land, broadacre farming, and you're dependent on the rain. If it doesn't rain, you don't get a crop. So
And you don't get a crop, you don't get an income.
we don't get an income.
Right.
We generally lose our input costs, which, $300,000 or $400,000 input costs per 1,000 hectares. And so, yeah, that's a loss that year. Fortunately, we have 5-year averaging income for tax purposes. So when you get a loss, it counteracts the bumper seasons. So we've just had a bumper season, and if we were to pay our tax on this season, we'd pay a lot of tax. But next year it's likely to be a drought or a dry season, and because we have a 5-year averaging on our taxable income, it smooths it out a lot. Without that, I don't think many of us would be farming.
There's pellets,
Made out of.
grain, hay, lupins, all squashed up and heated and compressed into a pellet.
Did you make them by yourself or did you buy them?
We buy them in, yeah.
Okay.
Depends on the year a lot. We get a good year, it doesn't cost a lot. But we get a dry year like we were talking about when we got a cart water and a lot of feeding could cost $25 a head.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, very much dependent on season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yes.
we cut them off because if you don't cut them off, they get fly struck.
Oh, okay.
The flies blow them. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's a surgery, sort of. It's like a surgery.
Surgery, yeah. Bit rough.
Okay.
Agricultural surgery, but yeah, we try and do
And
it.
he heals on his own.
Like how
Yeah,
many?
yep.
Like how many sheep do you have in this operation? Yeah.
About 2,500.
3,500.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But they eat a lot. Everything is for them. Everything. I'm saying that they eat a lot.
Eat a lot, yep.
Oh my God.
Oh, it didn't take them long. These pellets, they love the pellets. They're like lollies to kids. but they do. The sheep do very well on them.
And this is the water they survive on?
Yep, yep.
Now that it is hot, where do they hide? Do they go somewhere to hide when it is hot, when the sun is very hot?
Oh, they should do. They've got access to those trees, but they just lay on the dam bank. I don't know why. If there were humans, we'd go to the shade.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes they go, other times they don't.
Oh, those ones are not eating.
So this is an harvester.
Harvester, yep. So
Why do farm machineries, why do they need to be registered and have a license plate?
to drive it on the road.
Oh, okay.
This is the inside of the harvester.
Okay.
So see this mesh?
Yeah,
The grain comes in the front
yeah,
and goes right along here,
yeah.
and inside is a rotor that spins at 1,000 revs,
Okay.
and the grain falls down through the mesh
Yeah.
into the harvester, and it shakes it clean, and then takes it elevators up into, see the lip there is the box,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you probably climb up here if you want.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where it falls in.
No. No. In there is the box.
Okay.
Can you?
I can see inside it. I can see the wheels that rose. Okay.
You can see over on this other one, the grain goes into there,
Yeah.
and then see this big tube.
Yes.
It folds out sideways, and you unload the box into the chaser bin.
Okay, that is following it.
Yep.
Okay.
So that yellow thing on the other side there is a chaser bin.
Okay. So somebody will be driving the chaser bin, or is the
Yes.
chaser bin attached to this?
No, the chaser bin is pulled by a tractor,
Okay.
driven by somebody else.
Okay. So why have they not thought of combining the chaser bin to this?
Because this will hold about 12 tonne. There's the chaser bin Grain King.
Yeah.
Holds 30 tonne.
Ah,
See,
okay. So it
30
holds
tonne.
more than this.
Yeah. And the tractor then drags it over to the edge of the paddock and puts it into a field bin,
Okay.
and the truck comes along and picks it up out of the field bin.
Okay. So this goes back again with
Yep.
this, up and down.
2 or 3 harvesters going.
Oh, okay.
The chaser bin is
Moving
running
between the two of
backwards and
them.
forwards to the edge of the paddock and back.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
the harvesters just keep harvesting.
So if you were to estimate for me, how much does this harvester cost? Like this?
Second hand or new?
No, new as it is. New.
About $700,000. $700,000.
You really mean that?
I really mean that.
700,000 Australian dollars?
Yeah. You know,
So I'm looking at millions of dollars invested there.